The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands was established with the approval of the Apostolic See in 1957. It provides the Catholic bishops of PNG and SI with an opportunity of meeting together from time to time to consider church matters which are of common concern and in the light of shared wisdom and experience, to provide forms of the apostolate which are suited to the conditions of time and place in the two countries. Since the autonomy of each diocese, particular church, is to be respected, the conference provides a structure that enables cooperative action by juridical independent entities. Episcopal conferences are governed by canons 447 to 459 of the Code of Canon Law. The vision of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands is an apostolic community of bishops committed by their pastoral office to the growth of the local church and to the building up of a truly Christian society under the protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary and Saint Michael the Archangel. In the AGM, the bishops deal with matters that are national in dimension, matters that concern all the dioceses of Papua New Guinea and all Solomon Islands. Furthermore, a group of bishops, for example, a regional grouping, may choose to act collectively or in a coordinated way. As part of the universal church, the bishops are in solidarity with all those who work for the establishment of God's kingdom. On the occasion of the opening of the new building, let us take a moment to go through history.
Sets us free. We are church, the people of God, alive in Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. We are church, the body of Christ, united in Him, the way, the truth.
I came into the picture very late. Before that, I was 8 years bishop for the youth. Nobody talks about that anymore. That was from 1981 till 1989 when Bishop Lucas took over. So, and deputy bishop for LCI for 6 years. Yes, plenty work. But anyhow, if you like my first encounter with the bishops as bishop, the first encounter was it happened in Mingende during the ordination or consecration of Bishop Ray Cesar, SVD. He was consecrated shortly after me. I was consecrated on the 15th of August, and he was consecrated, I think, if I remember well, sometimes in October in Mingende. Could have been September, October in Mingende. So I went there. And then Bishop Fermin Smith, he was a chairman of the Bishops' Conference. He wanted me to come to their executive meeting, which they had in Mingende, to ask me about the situation in Rabaul, because Archbishop had died, Archbishop Öne died, and there were two so-called auxiliary bishops, which is not true. We are bishop at large and not auxiliary bishops. That's a big difference. If you'd like to know, I can explain to you. But then he wanted to know what the situation is. What do the people say? And so he wanted me to come to the executive meeting. But he did not inform the other members of the executive meeting. So, in my humble state, my first step into the circle of the bishops, I knocked at the door and they said, "Come in." So I opened the door, came in, and here was somebody crying, telling me, "Get out here! You are not a member of the executive, you have no business here at all." It was my very first encounter with the Bishops' Conference. And the one who was shouting at me, my best friend, Bishop Moore. He was the secretary of the Bishops' Conference at the time. He said, "Get out, we have no business here." And then Bishop Furman Smith said, No, I have invited him to come. "Oh, I did not know that. Come in, please." So then I was allowed my humble appearance to give them some little insight or knowledge of the situation.
So, and also for the bishops themselves when they come to for Malta to have a place where to. So I feel that there was a great need of having better facilities, more space and more offices, because again also the offices are increasing. The commissions are reaching out to more and more people and more responsibility. So I think that is a welcome thing. The inauguration that we shall have very soon of the new buildings of the bishops.
There is a population of 8 million in Papua New Guinea, out of which 2.2 million are Catholics, which means it's 20.5%, 27.5% are Catholics. And in the Solomon Islands, there is a population of 573,000, out of which 123,000 are Catholics, which means it is 21% Catholics. So the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, in short CBC, consists of the Catholic bishops and their team in the 19 dioceses of Papua New Guinea and the 3 dioceses of Solomon Islands, and also consists of the General Secretariat here in Gordons. Now the team tries to achieve its goals by giving dedicated service, dedication and service. So, church is divine, at the same time human, very human many times. So we have the ups and downs in giving the services to the church and the people of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. And sometimes we might feel that the church, which may be compared to a boat, we might feel that it may be in troubled waters or sometimes in happy waters. And we should not forget that this boat is in the hands of Jesus. It is Jesus who is in the boat. Jesus is the driving force in the boat. So I should say in the last 8 years that I have been the General Secretary, I have enjoyed every moment. There have been ups and downs, there have been joyful moments, and there have been also challenges, lots of challenges, but God has been with us always. Now at the end, it is Giorgio Licini is going to take over. I wish him all the best, and thanks to all the bishops, the priests and the people of God, the government and everyone who has supported me in my service. Thank you and God bless you.